here. So the news for January 15th, 2011 in the anime and manga world starts off with some stuff from Funimation. First off, they nabbed the simulcast for Fractal, which started this week. This is the anime being made by quite a few notable folks in the anime and manga world, including a guy who's kind of critical of the anime fandom. So interesting to see how that's all going to work out. So go to Funimation.com to get that. It's streaming actually through Hulu, so you can actually go over to Hulu and watch it there as well, being simulcast straight from Japan. Funimation has also released Furikuri on the US iTunes Music Store. Now this is before the actual DVD and Blu-ray disc release of Furikuri from Funimation. So you can go right over to the US iTunes Music Store and grab Furikuri right now. And the DVD and Blu-ray will be coming out in the next few weeks, I do believe. Meanwhile, over at 4Kids, Alfred R. Kahn, the chairman and CEO, has officially retired from the company, completely stepping down, and the interim CEO has stepped up. He was actually the chairman and CEO of Toys R Us in the past, so they got someone else to run things for a while, and we will see how that affects 4Kids in the future. Who knows? But certainly the person as interim is now someone who certainly knows kids, I would suspect. Meanwhile, Gonzo has announced their first new anime in 2 years. After going through quite a bit of financial problems, they have finally returned to profitability enough to make a new anime called Nyanpire, or Nyanpire, depending on how you want to pronounce that. I have no idea. So it's good to see that they are doing that. They're gonna make that. Unfortunately, it is one of these weird, chibi, super deformed things about cats. So it's very simple, very stylized. Romeo x Juliet, it is not. But it is a new thing. Takehiro Yoshimatsu, character designer for Trigun and other things, is serving as director and character designer for the new project. So we'll see how it goes. And at least Gonzo is back to making stuff. Meanwhile, the Visual Effects Society has nominated Cat Shit 1 for the Outstanding Achievement in an Animated Short category in the 9th Annual VES Awards. These are quite prestigious awards in the visual effects community, and it's good to see that Cat Shit 1 is getting some attention for that. Meanwhile, some facepalm news. The band called Rookies is Punked, is the name of a band which does, I believe, ending themes for Bleach, and they posted an announcement saying that basically it will be ending soon. Turns out they meant their involvement in doing Bleach themes will be ending soon. People thought that meant that Bleach was ending soon, and lots of big furor and screaming and yelling, oh my gosh, what's going to happen to Bleach? And then they said, no, we're just not doing any more themes for Bleach. So yeah, be careful what you say. Meanwhile, if you live in San Francisco, you can see the Kara no Kyokai Garden of Sinners anime films on February 5th. They will be showing out there in San Francisco. Head over to animenewsnetwork.com for all of the details. Hikaru Kondo, the executive producer and president of UFO Table, as well as the producer, will be there at the event, and they'll include a discussion panel with both of them. Aniplex will screen the second, and seventh movies at the event to promote the February 8th Blu-ray box set release of all 7 films. Tickets cost $15, and as I said, head over to animenewsnetwork.com for details and how to sign up for that. Meanwhile, a little bit of manga news. Tokyo Pop has announced they're signing on with Diamond, the big book distributors, to distribute their works. Now, Tokyo Pop has been distributed through HarperCollins since 2006. Apparently, this is not going to affect that distribution. They're just adding Diamond as a new set of book distributors, or a new book distributor for them. So, good news. The COO of Tokyo Pop has announced he's going to be working as vice president of business development at Diamond. So apparently there's some sort of cross work going there. But good to see Tokyo Pop getting another distributor who's big and able to get their books in lots of stores. Meanwhile, some gaming news, sort of an odd one. There's going to be a new Rurouni Kenshin PSP game coming March 10th in Japan. Yes, Kenshin the Wandering Samurai, big anime back in the mid-90s. There's a new PSP game coming out for it, kind of surprising. There's an ad for it out there, which includes some footage from the anime as well as, of course, footage from the game. So you can check that out. Just odd seeing a classic property like that brought back for the modern world. Over in fandom, a bunch of fans have launched a new website called keepanimealive.com. This is part of the YouTube trend to showcase the anime and manga that folks are buying month by month in an effort to sort of normalize the buying of anime and show how important it is to buy anime and manga. So keepanimealive.com is now meant to be the central hub for that. Unfortunately, right now it's mainly just a news site, not too much there, but that is apparently going to be the epicenter of that whole movement, so we'll see how that goes. Over in comics, the writer for Generation Hope, an X-Men spin-off, has addressed some issues folks have noted that the current series Generation Hope has some very strong similarities to Akira, the classic anime film. There's a character named Tetsuo and a character named Kenji, and there's lots of mutation stuff. And Kieran Gillen, the writer of that, has said, yes, we're not ripping it off. This is what we call an homage in our industry. We're doing a total, Akira send-up, basically, in this Uncanny X-Men spin-off Generation Hope. So if you've seen it, no, they're not just trying to steal Akira. They are trying to spin it off and have fun with it and do an Akira storyline, basically, in Generation Hope. Apparently it also has homages to Godzilla and Tetsuo the Iron Man. So that's actually kind of cool, seeing anime references in American comics and seeing them pull in things like that. Over in some wacky news, Prime Style Corp has released an anime-themed guide to Akihabara for iOS 4. So basically, if you have an iPhone, iPod Touch, iPad, things like that, you can download this app, which is a guide to Akihabara. It includes maps, photographs of various places, as well as little anime characters who tell you about the various places in Akihabara. And it is available in English, as well as Chinese, Korean, Spanish, Portuguese, and, of course, Japanese. It's $1.99 on the North American iTunes Store, 230 yen in the Japanese store. So you can go there and download that and learn how to wander around Akihabara if you want. In even wackier news, anyone who knows Voltron knows that Voltron's big sort of catchphrase is "Form Blazing Sword." You can now have that on your boxer shorts. That is right. For only $20, you too can own Voltron Form Blazing Sword boxer shorts. Go over to AnimeNewsNetwork.com for the link for how to sell it from World Events Productions' official online Voltron store. You can buy them and show it off to anyone who happens to see your shorts. Finally, in some lovely news, we've talked before about the Tiger Mask donation meme, where folks are leaving stuff for orphans and other unfortunate kids in the name of the character behind Tiger Mask. This has gotten big. Other folks have continued to do that. There have been donations left in the name of Haruhi Suzumiya, Rei Ayanami, Yui, Arsène Lupin, and others. The gifts now total 350 backpacks, over 700 different items, and about 120,000 US dollars worth of cash donations. That is awesome, and that is the news of the week.